Alright, we got ourselves Ben. Gonna be what looks like maybe potentially first up on Team 1. We got ourselves Blackout, the Assassin's Rogue. We got Flexing waiting out his turn. We got Gray. Oh, Nightborn looking royal. That looks cool. And we got ourselves Kevin as well on that team. Looks like Flexing is gonna be first up versus what looks like potential Seamark. I think Seamark is dreading. He's an Arcane Mage that is a Survival Hunter. Maybe with the upcoming nerfs to the Survival Hunter leg, it looks like Seamark. Look at him, just literally falling asleep. With a Hunter's Mark, Seamark won't even be able to get himself a proper invis in the opener. We got Pirates over for the team too. We got Sensei in the back waiting to turn. Squippy in the back just had a hell of a game. We got Chicago waiting now for their turn to go as well. Nova onto Flexing, does feint death it immediately. Gonna be quick. I think a harpoon towards Seamark does still land a poly onto Flexing. And it's also gonna be a pretty big setup with that touch of the magic. Potentially big damage. Flexing does even one out. Looks like potentially maybe Seamark gets him down here. That's gonna be Flexing super low. How big? Oh, execute! And that's gonna be Seamark trying to see if he can cover as much cooldowns as possible. Trying to see if he can max out procs versus Flexing. Throwing down the orb. Mad damage out of this Arcane Mage. Flexing recovered a lot though with a quick heal. Turtle. It was Turtle, Acceleration, and a full camo on top of it too, but also Manic Bandage. So you used every defensive cooldown to recover. That was all the cooldowns out of Seamark, so potentially maybe could give Seamark an opportunity here. Now Flexing has nothing except feint deaths. Gonna be a Flayed Shot onto Seamark. Definitely needs to do something with that Flayed Shot. Definitely needs to play very, very defensive with it. All the time is up. Freezing Trap. Gonna be chicken for Seamark. Trying to see if he can land a Polymer versus Flexing. And is gonna try to see if he can keep barrages and damage rolling. Gonna be a stun onto the mage. Does have a blink for it. Polymorph onto Flexing. Trying to make sure he doesn't get interrupted. Looks like Flexing misses interrupt. Got juked on it. Touches the magic back up. Does Seamark have the damage he needs? Does Flexing have a feint death either? Gonna be mad damage. Flexing with a feint death for a second. Removing the touch of the magic. Still a bunch of missiles available. Seamark is gonna back up out of there. May have to go for invis. He still has a Flayed Shot rolling on him. Shift power. Maybe we'll give him a defensive. Does get a shield back up. Harpoon. Oh, he just gonna move Flexing. He just dragged him out with that blink. And then Flexing with a mad, I guess, a fatty crit kill shot. That is super unfortunate. With Flexing got no help whatsoever. Sensei sending him Zoan. Zoan going for one last bite. Man, that was so much burst on a Seamark. I am surprised you could drag him with that blink. I'm surprised that Harpoon followed him. Very surprised, actually. Kevin Landers is trying to see if he may be able to get a setup versus Sensei. Is going to be immediate stun with the Menmercers right after. Sensei backing up out of there. Was that a resonating trinket? Looks like it was not. The Red Trinket was not used by the Demon Hunter. Dude, the duel between Flexing and Seamark, I think I could have won either way, man. Got a win first AP chance. It was 4k HP. I know, he was at no health whatsoever. It was actually incredible. It was unlucky. It really was unlucky. And at the end, his skill shot did crit. Yeah, I feel like if it didn't crit, that would have given it like at least a second to like ice block reset. But that's tough, man. Next time, 100%. 100%. Sometimes in his duels, you do get a bad matchup. Classes do counter each other. Some classes do have a natural advantage versus one another. And that Survival Hunter is definitely like a bad matchup for an Arcane Mage. Or any mage, in fact. Gonna be Kevin with an immunity. Trying to see if he can nether walk and standing on top of Sensei. Just waiting down until nether walk falls off. Trying to see if he can maximize some damage. Metamorphosis is down. Darkness getting used. Sensei trying to see if he can boop the Demon Hunter out of there. Demon Hunter steps out of his own darkness. Dropping down a full stone onto Sensei as the BDB drops onto Kevin. Kevin is hoping for that Necrolord proc, isn't he? Potentially. Does he have a Necrolord proc? Also, you have a Pocket Puck followed you? Wait, what is Pocket Puck doing here? Did you get him as a pet? Wait, can you actually get Pocket Puck as a pet? Oh my goodness. He actually looks even like customized too. Touch of death by Sensei. Just trying to make sure the Demon Hunter does not overstep his bounds. And it looks like Gray is going to be up next as a Necrolord Frost Mage. Interesting. Necrolord is really, really good, but I wonder how well this is going to be for him. I know that Resolve Trinket got kind of changed up recently, so Resolve Trinket not being available for mages anymore or not being as good against interrupts does make it a little bit weird to play with or play around. Going to be immediate blink as Greg gets hit with Alexiu. Trying to see if you're maybe able to get a Nova and a freeze and slow on to Sensei. Bad kick out of Sensei. But then he got interrupted on Frost and that was it. Oh my god. Sensei just had cooldowns rolling. That man tried to see if he could cast an ice wall. I'm not really sure what he could do with the ice wall versus Sensei. Was he just going to trap him in the corner and blink out or something? Ben is going to be up next. Jesus, that was a fast one. Sensei just slapping these boys with a BDB. Cyclone trying to come out for Ben. As a BDB dropping in, I think a random proc too. It's going to be Sensei getting hit with the main. Full dots are up on him. Does not have a karma anymore. Trying to see if Flesh Cap might be able to save him through the bleeding. But looks like the bleeds are continue to keep trucking on. Does burn Aegis Stricken, but that's going to be only for the magic damage. Trying to see maybe we can reverse some of the damage back towards Ben. And it's going to go for a diffuse magic, at least removing the swarm that's no longer amplifying the damage of those bleeds. Storms is up for Ben as he bark skins. Sensei finds himself at no health whatsoever. That's where Ben just needs one more bite or two more bites. Main Sensei does have a human Rachel with Alexium defensively just looking to retreat. We're the ring of peace as well, trying to give Ben less of opportunity to go for a setup. Ben trinketed nothing just now. I'm not really sure why. But that man is no longer with a trinket. Sensei, if you can wait out until next leg sweep, I think you should be able to recover here. Ben trying to see if he can chase up. He needs to get the dots and the moonfires up onto Sensei as soon as possible. Because the dots, I think, will rot him down. Sensei get himself quite a bit of recovery, actually. Fist of Fury locking down Ben, getting him some valuable damage. He's going to go for a root immediately. And that's going to be Sensei just trying to kite it out. While he's, without defense, it's kind of squishy. Full set of bleeds is up with the Dragon's Fury. I think it's only a matter of time until Sensei goes down. The man is just limited on what he can do. Moonfire is spamming up. And Sensei trying to see if he can dash out of there, but it's not going to be able to. Ben back in the barrel form with a flash scarf to follow. Who's going to be up next? Is it going to be the Piratey Rogue? There's a potential the Enhancement Shamansman. Is it going to be Squippy the Feral Druid? Which one is getting sent in for the team 2? While Ben does at least give himself a full flesh cap. I'm not sure what Ben trinketed earlier, but he's limited on what he can do. I'm still trying to figure out who's going to first. Okay, looks like it is Squippy. Going to be a Moonfire onto Ben. Does not really get an opportunity to get a opener. Ben is going to be eating a lot of the bleed damage with the dots. Versus Squippy as he's going with a full berserk. Ben having to go very, very defensively. Bars can bear from Thorns, trying to deny Squippy any more pressure or trying to punish Squippy if he wants to continue putting the pressure on him. Squippy doing the exact same thing. Sees Ben get aggressive, bear from Thorns immediately. Ben does go for a main with Squippy, potentially could set up some bleeds. Barskin immediately, so at least his Pharaohs are burning their defenses as soon as possible. Wall is still available for either one. Main to Ben. It could potentially be in a tight spot. Ben got himself a bit of a self-heal, possibly? Emergency healing? No, maybe? I don't think he does. Gonna be healing with bear form for Squippy as he does pop a frenzy regen while in bear form. Ben is going to get his own healing rolling as well. The healing, by the way, is 50% dampener. Going to be a berserk out of Ben. Potentially could turn some damage back into Squippy. Squippy walling off as much of the bleed damage as possible. Ben needs to reconnect with him as best as he can and continue the pressure. It's going to be a stun onto Ben, and Squippy does get himself a reset or a shadow meld. Ben eating back-to-back stuns straight inside of him. Going to be a short stun to Squippy, who is going to trick it as well. Ben with a wall does start to get himself a heal rolling with a short stun onto Squippy, trying to see if he can break away at no health whatsoever. He's going to be going down though. With Blackout up next. Playing what looks like Necrolord. Or no? Maybe Night Fae? We don't really know what this rogue is, but Squippy is going to be popping into stealth. If Squippy gets found while in cat form, it's going to be bad for him, but in bear form, he may be able to survive it. That's going to be Kiddish shot. Immediate Barskin. Blackout with sepsis. Oh, Squippy's just melting in front of our eyes. Does he live this? Oh, no. There's nothing you can do against this Assassination Rogue burst. Absolutely unmitigatable. Going to be Blackout trying to get some dots into Pirates, but Pirates got the evasion really early on. Blackout still holding on to defensive. Trinkets out of that Kiddish shot. Going to be destroyed immediately. Has an evasion for this. Might be able to survive it a little bit. Blind to Pirates. Pirates has no way out of this. With a Relentless, he has no way of escaping it. And that's going to Blackout looking for a bit of reset. Pirates getting some auto attacks through that grades there. At least that's more believable. You can kind of poke your weapon through those open grades. Blind to Blackout. Pirates, I think, has him. Does he have a big pistol shot at the end? Resonator? Are you serious? Oh my god, jeez. It's so cheesy. Oh my god. Ha! Sepsis is just so deadly. You could be a bear with bark skin. Hell, you can even die through wall as a bear too. Like if you get pre-wall bark skin and you go through full burst, my goodness. Does he run a 100% crit leg or does he run like a Doom?